Greetings and welcome back to Taimanin Squad. We have a new patch with new characters, some upgrades, a new story chapter that I'll take a look at later, and some quality of life updates that we are going to go over right now. Starting with the two new characters, Snake Lady and Anemone. So here is Snake Lady. Now I took a look at her earlier and she seems tailor-made for Arena. Not because of this. Let's see, is it this one? No, her ultimate. Let's see, if the target is an offense type, it inflicts crit resist down, basically guaranteed. If it's a defense type, it increases weaken, which is it this one? Yes, increases damage taken. And if the target is a support type, it has a chance of basically school cooldowns don't go down. So that seems okay-ish. Nope, wrong one. But this one here. This is the important one. Attacks the enemy 2 times with powerful kicks. Before the attack, inflicts poison for each buff the target has up to maximum of 3. So if they have 3 or more buffs, they are going to be hit with 3 stacks of poison. And then she blows up those poison stacks for 75% of the total poison damage. But this is the important part. Removes random buffs equal to the number of attempts to inflict poison by this attack after the attack. So what this means is that if you attack somebody that's got, say, a defense up, a damage shield, and a debuff immunity buff, she will basically attempt to inflict poison 3 times. It will fail, but because she attempted, she is going to then remove those 3 buffs after the attack, meaning she can remove up to 3 buffs from a single target in Arena, which is really, really strong, especially against a defensive team that I met once. That was basically Shiranui, Shizuru, and the girl that can apply debuff block to the enemy, along with the AoE damage dealer, and it was pretty much impossible to deal with that team. But she was tailor-made to deal with that team, so pretty interesting. Her passive, if the target has poison, inflicts 50% lifesteal, so kind of iffy, and basic attack, nothing really to write home about. Her aura is accuracy of agility status in all battles by 10%. So pretty interesting, but let's take a look at her weapons and see what they do. This is the one for her ultimate that has it inflicts a certain thing depending on who it attacks. And it changes to, wow, 50% crit damage up before the attack, really strong. Damage increases in proportion to the target's current HP if the target has more than 2 debuffs, including poison. Okay, so if the target you are attacking has poison and another debuff, this will deal more damage the higher the HP of the target is. This allows her to shift from an arena-focused buff remover to a boss destroyer if you have to go after someone else with that inflicts poison and another debuff, which is really easy. So this allows her to change her to a boss destroyer, so really, really cool. And then the other one, this is for her passive, if she gains life steal against target with poison, and that gets switched to damage increases by 7.5% when attacking target with poison. Okay, pretty decent. Obviously, you want the first one, really, really good. So Snake Lady, definitely made for an Arena. If you get her weapon as well, she can be useful against bosses, so pretty good. Now let's take a look at Anemone. Here we go, a 4-star. Now, here, character formation. So let's see, what is her passive? If no damage is taken during the enemy's turn, inflict 2.5 poison to random enemy guaranteed. So if she doesn't get hit at all, she inflicts poison to one enemy for 3 turns. Pretty interesting. Her ultimate, is it this one? This one. Sends 15 spiders charging forward to random enemies. Okay, so she attacks 15 times with random targets. On the last attack, so the last spider, targets are inflicted with 50% vulnerable to poison. Interesting. I believe this is this one. Increases the chance of being inflicted with poison by 3 times. Poison damage increases by effect value. Interesting. Okay. Target's hit is inflicted by 50% vulnerability if the target is under sleep, and it applies it again if the target is hit with a crit attack. Interesting. So this is basically, oh, and we have 2 more of these, so we can push this up to 70%. So this is how you prepare for your poison attacks, from what I can see, and then attacks all enemies using White Whip. Damage increases by 10% for every poison the target has. Okay. I'm not sure if this counts as a poison effect. Anyway, move on. If the target hit is inflicted with sleep at 50% chance if the target has more than 2 debuffs, including poison on the last attack. Okay, so she definitely needs to play with somebody else that inflicts poison. And lastly, Whirling Whips. Target is inflicted by 19% speed down and 20% chance for 2 turns. If the target already has speed down, they're inflicted with Immobilize at 5% chance. Immobilize just means that the cooldowns are paused. It's basically the same as Feint. So Anemone is definitely somebody that you bring along if you're building a poison team. So she seems interesting. I don't think we have enough characters yet to build reliable poison explosion teams yet. We do have a couple of ninjas that would do that, but let's take a look at her weapons. This is her second attack that attacks all enemies, and this gets changed too. The damage increases by 10% for every poison the target has. Target hit is guaranteed to be inflicted with sleep if the target has more than 3 debuffs, including poison on the last attack. Okay, so really, really good in arena if you partner her with another poisoner. And her second weapon. Okay, this is for her ultimate. Unless attack targets are inflicted with a 50% vulnerability, that doesn't change. There's no sleep, that doesn't change. Inflicts vulnerable poison, the target with attack doesn't change. Really? Did nothing change? Vulnerable to poison. 2 turns. Did nothing change? On last attack. Okay, no. The first one doesn't change, but the second one does. If the target has speed down, so these 2 triggers change to speed down and immobilize debuff from sleep and crit attacks. Although I do believe this one is better because crit attacks are just really easy to do in this game. So Anemone looks like a very interesting character to build around, especially if you can find other characters that inflict poison. Now, we're not done yet because we'll go back to that later. Because if you go back to the patch notes, we can see that can be acquired, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Will be included in the special recruit and premium recruit after June 6th. So if you really like these 2 characters, you don't need to pull for them right now because they'll be added to the premium recruit and special recruit on June, in about 2 months time. So really there's no reason to pull for them right now unless you really, really, really want one of them. But yeah, moving on. Let's see, point 2 Commodus joins the special recruit. New recruit, rare Commodus. Okay, let's take a look at who Commodus is. Let's see, this is the... Oh, here he is, Commodus. Oh, it's one of these flying things. Okay, let's see, what can you do? Restores 50% of the card's max HP. Okay, and this is, Fires are going to on, it's attacking 5 times. Each time an attack lands, inflicts at 10% chance. When defeating an enemy with the skill, resists the cooldown of this. Okay, so kind of a filler unit, but hey, new units is always good. Moving back to the patch notes. Let's see, package added. That's for those that want to spend some money. New characters in the assemble list. Okay, who do we get? We got Kirara and Marrow. Okay, in assemble. So let's take a look at assemble. Let's see, who do we have? Oh, whoa, okay, so we can get her fragments now. Interesting. Where do we get her fragments? Mileage. Exchange post from clan token, exchange from mileage, and exchange point gems. Okay, and who else was it? It was that and Marrow. Probably a 4-star. Oh yeah, this thing. What is this? Must be from the new chapter because there is a new chapter. Let's see. Spins and attacks on enemy 3 times. On every attack, inflicts enemy with bleed at 50% chance. That actually goes all the way up to 45% chance, so pretty good odds. Inflicts enemy with 10% bleed at 50% chance, and against the shield equal to max HP. Okay, seems like a decent little mini unit. Okay then. But the important part is we can now actually farm hero shards somehow. So anyway, back to the patch notes. New weapon, Legend Yukibana. Who is the weapon for? If we go to the codex. Oh, found it. Okay, Yukibana is for Kirara, and what does it do? Let's see. It changes her shield that increases defense by a boatload and power up. So this is her buffing ability. I think it's changed to 2 stacks of protective shield. I'm not sure. I think the original one is actually better because this much increased defense and 15% damage reduction, really, really strong. Okay, moving along. The new episode, we're going to take a look at that once I actually do it. Bond story for Snake Lady and Noah Brown. Let's see, arena revenge system. Take revenge on opponents you fail to defend against within 12 hours. Upon revenge, and revenge does not cost you gold. Interesting. Only once per history, and if you win the revenge, it cannot open. Interesting, okay. Let's see, equivalent for main story and extermination is added. Interesting. Equip is available for main story and extermination stages where you have reached 3 stars and within the number of repeat battle tickets you own. Interesting. So this allows you to use your repeat battle tickets a lot quicker. Good, good, good. Very good. Let's see. Merge feature for core and module crafting materials. You can now merge core parts and module parts to change their effects. Each core parts merge list differs from each. So we go to lab core crafting. Okay, let's take a look at that because that is interesting. Research lab core crafting. How do we do this? How do we do this? Let's see. What is it? What did it say? So please see the details in the merge list on the research tab, core crafting item. This is just how many times we can do it. Don't really see anything good or different here. So anyway, I'll take a look at that later. Moving on. Let's see. Schedule for time events. So this is kind of standard. Main story reward adjustments. Oh. The overall drop rate, of course, in main story has decreased. Instead, promotion certificate, grade 2, high power battery, and polishing 2 hour routers. Okay, this is pretty good because it is annoying to farm stages, and suddenly you got to stop every 20 minutes to clear out all the unwanted cores you're getting. So this is definitely good. Now, promotion certificate grade 2 doesn't sound that useful, but a grade 2 random mob grants 500 experience, but a grade 3 grants, I believe, 1900. And you can also keep increasing the grade of your trash mobs that you inevitably get in order to have fodder, in order to be able to increase your higher rarity characters. So that's not completely useless, but it does require a lot of work. Then changes in mileage. Let's see. And removed or bodyguard, added marrow, that's fine. Special fragment boss except when you can acquire fragments of characters in the assemble list. In mileage, okay, let's go take a look at the mileage. Let's see, it is exchange post, mileage. Oh, here it is. Let's see, what do we get in? Okay, so these are all, let's see, you can farm him. Let's see, you can farm him. These used to be on, she is only from completing the 50 quest long passes. She used to be part of a pickup pass. She's not available here. Same thing with her. So all of these and the percentage. Okay, pretty fair percentages. So you have a pretty good chance of getting something useful. Good. What is the cost of this? 200 mileage. Although I personally think this one is basically your best purchase of everything out of everything here. But if you pull a lot, these are definitely actually worth picking up now. Back to the patch notes. Let's see, changes in my score box. Set added heal, removed HP, interesting. A missing indicator of skill chance has been added to the description of Shirayuki's weapon, Crystal Staff. Okay, that makes sense. Improvements in Buckfist is okay. So let's take a look if they've done anything new to the story. Ooh, this is new. Let's see if they've done anything new, and we've got some new enemies. Interesting. Oh, and this is where we get the fragments for that thing as well. Okay. Let's see, I'm farming up that guy's level. Let's see. I don't think we need to worry too much about anything. So let's just go in and see if they've done any changes. Okay, so I know there has not been any changes added to the storytelling so far, but the drawings were more detailed and had slightly more animation. So very, very small betterment, well, increments in the quality of the art. So let's see. Oh, and this is the new one. Recovers HP by 15% every turn. Pretty good. But for now, I believe that is everything in the patch notes. We've gone over the characters, over the slightly new stuff. And let's see, is there anything new that we need to take a look at? I don't think so. So anyway, thank you for watching. That is the patch notes for... What patch would this be? 1.2? Probably, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, later.